Coast wine scene and award-winning food entrepreneur.
I know a lot of you wonder what to do with your moon pies. Well, I have some wine suggestions for you. Lemon moon pies, Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, or Pinot Grigio.
Stuart Rev Donald, acclaimed food and travel writer and world-class chef.
I was the chef de casserole. I made the casseroles in the frozen food department.
For more than a decade, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. Four-time Taste Award finalists, 12-time Nephew Award losers. They are a dynamic duo of dining. Drop, people screaming for more. Like it's to
Scream for more.
Yes. 106.5.
Scream for more. Good morning. Welcome to the last show of the year of the Sip and Chew Show with Mike and Stu.
And this is the last show we will ever do
this year.
Yes.
Well, I can't wait till next year.
So you're gonna have to.
I know it. But we're gonna talk a good bit about
Stuff.
your traditions and your New Year's traditions, and are you going to make any New Year's resolutions? And Stu's going to talk about some New Year's food, and I'm going to talk about some sparkly stuff, and so we're gonna have a fun laid back show today, like we always try to do. But we want to hear people's traditions, what they'd like to do and don't like to do, what they like to eat, what they don't like to eat, what they drink, what they don't drink. Just call in. But first of all, I hope everybody's dry and safe this morning. After this last 2 days, I've had enough. And there's three guarantees in Mobile, Alabama. If you ever plan to re-roofing your house or paint the outside of your house, it's going to rain. If you go on vacation,
it's going to rain.
It's going to rain. I remember my first 2 days in France. It rained the first 2 days we got there. But it was beautiful after that. And then if you move, like I've been moving for the last 2 weeks, these last couple of days have been crucial. And what does it do?
Rain.
It rains.
Well, December's the second rainiest month of the year in the rainiest city in the 48 contiguous states. So
I can add one to that list.
What's that?
Go ahead and wash your car and see what happens.
Yeah.
Never fails, man.
Never fails.
Never fails.
I find that funny, though. Okay. You go to car wash, and what do they wash your car with? Water. And then it rains. Now I can see road trash, dirt roads. I don't go down any dirt roads, but just how does it, I guess, just what is washing down? I don't know. At least getting a lot of the pollen out of there anyway. That's important.
There's a lot of acids on the road.
There's
cars are constantly dripping something, so that's why you're trying to keep the car from corroding. That's all that is. And up north where I'm from, well, I'm not a northerner, but if you're in the upper Midwest or anything like road salts, things like that, really, if you go out to California, I bought a '69 Chevy years ago. It had no fender wells because of the salt water. Just
oh wow. I bought a car off a guy. It was belonged to his mother, who only drove it to church on Sundays. And I'm serious. It only had it was already 10 years old, and it only had like 8,000 miles on it. Wow, 10 years time. The paint job on it looked right out of the factory. It was so water just beat it up off of it. And when I opened the trunk, what was in there? Chains and salt. Tire chains and salt. And of course I got rid of those. We didn't need those here. But I drove that thing for another 6 years. And
that was a perfectly timed pause, by the way, because you said what was in the trunk but chains, and that let people's imagination
I can see that.
The only thing was whoever you kill. That's how you get it.
I got him down 1,000 on it because it didn't have cup holders. I said, I know what's wrong with these cars. There's nowhere to put your cup. And he's like, okay, I'll take 1,000 off. So, got it for a steal. Anyway, it was a good car forever.
even though it was a Ford.
So you got moved in even despite the rain?
I still got some leftover stuff here and there that I got to get out, and some's got to go to the storage unit. Some's going to both my storage unit and my garage is almost packed out.
So officially, with the sunshine today,
Mhm.
it really didn't rain on everything. You're still not moved in totally.
Just today's like a little few pieces of furniture and my file cabinets.
Again, you're not
printers.
completely moved in.
Yeah, I'm not completely moved in. I got a big wine rack, a Riedling rack actually from 1957 out of a French cave. And you got to get
There's a
that
story
out.
back that, Stu, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Why is it in a French
this
cave?
thing has the year of that champagne it's burned into the wood. The year that champagne was made, of that year, that vintage in it. It's 1957. That's my birth year.
Oh, okay.
And I found it at an antique store. And
God, you're old.
I was just trying to figure out why I was in a cave.
I can't imagine being born before space travel.
they were thinking about it. It wasn't too far after that.
No, it wasn't.
Did you watch the Wright brothers actually conduct their first trial?
No, I heard about it.
I wonder what the resolutions in those days were as opposed to now. That's my thoughts. I bet you the same thing. I'm going to go work out and get better shape. I'm not going to eat as much, yada, yada, yada.
All those people are dead. But you got to be by now.
That's part of the reason why people give up on resolutions, isn't it? Yeah, what's the point? And we'll be dying anyway.
Well, used to, and I guess still, I don't watch a lot of cable TV or hardly any. But all the diet commercials that come on.
And gym memberships.
Gym memberships and diet commercials. It's just nonstop. And just like the Christmas commercials, how they start in November with
November.
Every kiss begins with K and all that.
August,
yeah, October, yeah. But they do. The jewelry commercials go all the way to Mother's Day and beyond. So
walk into any Walgreens or CVS in about October, see what you find. And about Thanksgiving, you'll start seeing February pop up already.
Yeah.
Crazy.
oh, they've already got Walmart's already got two or three aisles of Mardi Gras out. Moon pies are out.
That's just next month already, isn't it?
I guarantee you, Rouse's will have the king cakes out if they haven't already.
Woo-wee.
So,
yeah.
What about you, Stu?
What about me, Michael?
He sounds a little tired. I think the holiday wore him out.
Yeah, I was up late last night doing some video editing. Did you see the award presentation for the Pop-Tart Bowl?
I saw a post on that.
The poor girl who's doing the presentation apparently didn't know what she was announcing.
Oh.
She said, we're here to present the trophy to the winners of the 2024 Pop Talk Forum.
What?
Yeah, exact. Pop Talk Forum. Yeah. And how did she not realize that was a bowl game? Lots of Pop-Tarts, though.
Was it last year that the Pop-Tart, well, they had the guy running around dressed up as the Pop-Tart?
Oh, they have lots this year.
Popped up out of a toaster.
This year, the Pop-Tart got eaten and resurrected itself.
Really?
Yes.
I missed that part.
Yeah. And then the Duke Mayonnaise Bowl, when the game was over, posted a picture of a partially eaten Pop-Tart smeared in mayonnaise and said, how about we do a collaboration?
Wow.
That sounds like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah. But I proposed on Twitter yesterday that we should have a Waffle House Bowl.
That would be great.
Kickoff is at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God.
It would have to be. And the winner is drenched in birch chili and whatever makes the floor sticky.
Oh. You lost me at the last part.
Scattered, smothered.
Sticky and fried.
Yeah. But I mentioned that on Twitter and people started coming up with other things.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Like teams cannot be sober.
I don't know about 1 a.m., but I've had Kenny Stabler tell me about some games about the night before and
Yeah.
the reason they won the Super Bowl is because the other team stayed out late. So,
You said we're going to be doing New Year's Eve stuff,
Yeah.
New Year's resolutions, that kind of thing. Alabama Al says, Mike and Stu, our go-to sparkling is Asti Spumante, mainly
Good one.
Cisano and Martini and Rossi.
Yeah.
251-343-0106 is the number he used to text us. You can too. It's the Callahan's Irish Social Club call and text line.
Look at you.
Ta-da!
The Christmas season is here. Come and be part of the enchantment of the holidays. Join us for the 29th annual Magic Christmas and Lights at Bellingraph Gardens and Home. Our displays will take your breath away and surround you in the magic of the season.
Ooh,
Experience a
Alabama
captivating music
Al.
this year, ensuring an unforgettable experience.
I didn't know they were called
Celebrate the
Hoppin'
beauty of
Johns.
Christmas and Bellingraph together. Open nightly starting November
I just learned
29th.
that one.
Get your tickets
In the
today at
last 10 years.
bellingraph.org.
It's
If
a-
you're
it's-
on
it's
taxes
called-
or in debt to the
Well,
IRS, this is
that's,
important
green
news.
and-
Did you know the IRS
These
has
conditions
programs
with black-eyed
specifically
peas
designed to help
often
people
called
struggling with
Hoppin'
tax
Johns.
debt? Powerful
Yeah.
tax
In the
assistance
city.
programs that can
Yeah.
save you
Yeah,
thousands if
there's
you
somebody that
qualify.
did their
No one
research
knows
strictly
these
on the
programs
internet.
better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief.
Well, I just try to get it in
America's
trouble
most
with you.
trusted tax resolution firm,
Appalachian,
A-rated by the Better
it was-
Business Bureau. Their
And
award-winning team
Bill
of tax
Fitch
attorneys
probably
and
said in the
licensed
last
professionals
hour,
have resolved over
like
$1
IT's
billion
our
of
public
tax
sector.
debt for their clients.
Mm,
One
not
call to
for you.
Optima
But
can
here's
start the
something that I thought was
process, helping to
interesting.
end
It
your worries
symbolized
about
what
wage garnishment,
beautiful
asset
resemblance
seizure, and other
of porn.
IRS actions. Make sure
I
you're
did
getting
not
the
know that
best
yet.
And
options
that's
to
why I thought
solve your
black
tax
eyed
problems. Call the
peas more
experts
likely
at
And
they
Optima
were
for
to
today
college,
for a
they
free
represented money.
confidential consultation.
Call 800
Bobbity.
517 9383. That's 800 517
Not black-eyed
9383. 800 517
The
9383.
ones that look like corn.
Optima Tax Relief.
Objections apply. For complete details, please visit
I'm
OptimaTaxRelief.com.
being
The
there.
breast
Oh,
cancer
the big
survivor.
white one?
The
It
United
is
Breast
nasty.
Cancer Foundation saved her life.
Oh,
The free
okay.
breast cancer exam caught the cancer early, and
Yeah.
it saved her
I had
life.
so many of those
Now
kids.
the
I just,
foundation needs
kind of
your
like
help so
roast
they
beef.
can continue
it took me a
offering
lot of
free
years
or
after I left
low-cost
the
breast
house,
screening exams,
Kansas
saving
to
more women's
appreciate roast
lives.
beef.
Help
And
them
that's
by
all.
donating your car, whether it's running or not. They'll provide
couldn't do it.
fast, free
Now it's
24-hour
like,
pickup, and you
yeah.
receive a charitable tax deduction. Plus the great feeling you get knowing
They'll
your
get you a
donated
debris.
car is going to help save
Huh?
more
I
lives.
say New
Just
Orleans
call
po' boy that stay with roast beef soaked in gravy.
800-526-7406 to set the wheels in
They have
motion.
to
They
specialize
take
in
cars, trucks,
debris.
vans, and SUVs, running or not.
I'm
Call
gonna stop and saw you guys. There's only 10:30. I didn't think
800-526-7406.
you guys
The
were
United
open.
Breast Cancer
But,
Foundation
yeah.
needs your
Yes,
help,
yes,
and your
yeah.
donation
No,
could
but it's
literally save women's lives, helping them catch breast
You'll
cancer
see
early,
the
like they
line
did
of
with my
blue
mom.
hairs
Donate
about 10
today.
minutes till we're-
800-526-7406. That's 800-526-7406.
Time they show up, it looks like a
The
reunion of
man,
the
the
cast.
myth, the legend returns to FM Talk 1065. He's traveled the world from South America, Africa, Asia as a drug enforcement agent, security consultant, and a few other things we can't reveal. And now he's home on the Alabama Gulf Coast, sharing his thoughts and ideas with you on FM Talk 1065. Vietnam veteran, retired federal agent, and former vice chairman of the Alabama Republican Party. It's the George Williams Show, Tuesday at 7 on FM Talk 1065. For more than a decade, Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu on FM Talk 1065.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett, man. It's been a year.
Yep.
Been a year. So sure do miss him, man.
Well,
Sure do miss him.
Usually I do a rundown of all the special menus that the higher caliber restaurants do
Mhm.
for New Year's Eve, because to me, New Year's Eve is a parallel is with Valentine's Day for romantic dinner for two.
Yeah.
This is not a night you take the wife and 4 kids out to eat.
Mhm.
Not at a nice place. You take them to pizza parlor, something more casual. Absolutely.
Somewhere they can act like heathens.
Right. But for finer dining, this is more couples
Mhm.
or, double dates, stuff like that. And I've noticed that not a lot of people are doing special menus this year. And I think part of that is the economy, because you usually run things that aren't on your menu.
Mhm.
So if nobody shows up, you've got this stuff left over that's very expensive. So maybe they're trimming down on that. So a few people aren't doing it. But our good buddy David Rasp, you know David Rasp, right?
I've met him a time or two.
He has sent me a copy of the special menu for Royal Scam for New Year's Eve. And it's a mix of favorites and some new tricks. But the small plates are Gulf crab cakes with a lemon sriracha aioli. Here's one for Mike. Sugarcane pork belly.
Oh my God.
Carolina barbecue sauce, which is mustard based for those
Right.
that don't know. And pickled cabbage. Grilled Dijon lamb chops with black-eyed pea hummus and a Bordeaux cherry gastrique. And brown butter scallops. I love scallops. With a parsnip puree.
That's my favorite seafood.
Soup and salad, a champagne pear salad.
Ooh.
And the soup is lobster bisque. The pear salad, spring mix pears, fried goat cheese, shallots, cranberries, shaved Parmesan, champagne vinaigrette. Then the large plates, halibut Wellington with a balsamic shallot jam and butter poached carrots. I bet that's real nice.
Mhm.
That would make the carrots very soft and
Oh, yeah.
buttery at the same time. Filet mignon with a black garlic demi-glace, truffled potatoes, and grilled asparagus. Chicken scallopini with a lemon caper sauce, creamy Parmesan polenta, French style green beans.
All this.
This is to choose from.
Oh, choose from.
Yeah. And one of my favorites to do is coffee braised short ribs. They're pairing that with creamy Parmesan polenta and grilled asparagus.
Wow.
And that's the only true menu I've been able to find.
That's who with again?
That is the Royal Scam.
Royal Scam.
Yeah. A lot of people have told me that they're doing their regular menu, but they're going to have some specials on there. One of my favorite places for New Year's Eve. This is the first place on my list that I look for every year is Southwood Kitchen over in Daphne.
Oh my God, yeah.
You will not believe what Jeremiah has on the menu for New Year's Eve. You know what it is, Mike?
Mhm.
Remodeling. That's what's on the menu. Southwood Kitchen is closed for New Year's Eve.
Not the bar side, right? Just the kitchen. Just the
I don't know.
what's it for 1 day, 1 week, or
He just said they're closed for remodeling.
okay.
So it may be the week. That was what I heard from Jeremiah. Pete's out of town, so I don't know what. I couldn't find anything online what Sunset Point or the waterfront are doing, but great locations both. You're on the water. The food is fantastic, so recommend those. You and I both would recommend Lemoyne's Chop House.
Oh, absolutely. And I've seen a lot of my friends been going to Lemoyne, and if not in the restaurant side, they've been going to the living room,
Yeah,
which is across the hall.
right, the little bar area.
Mhm.
And you can sit there at the bar, and if you want to pay for it, they'll bring you a little of that Wagyu, man.
Yeah, and
It's sold by the ounce.
yeah, and if you know how to hit the ivories, you can play the gold piano.
Yep. And
Yeah.
you're familiar with Amici Trattoria.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be running their regular menu plus a couple of specials, including a champagne flight.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and
I would expect them to do something like that.
other places I would recommend Dolphins,
Mhm.
absolutely,
man. Yeah.
and Hummingbird Way
Yeah, well,
be another great place of that kind of dining. Roost Chris always
Mhm.
would be a place. You got any place along
Across the
those-
bay, I would say Kitchen on Main,
Yeah, absolutely.
and phenomenal filet over there. And
Half the things in Fairhope would
Uh,
qualify. It's a good little dining
Our
scene.
Bistro gets a lot of raves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, C'est La Vie
Mhm.
and Owa, great, wine selection and champagne.
What if you want to see the fireworks at Gulf Shores? You got a place down there? Coastal.
Yeah,
It's,
Coastal.
it's not in view of the water of the Gulf,
Mhm.
but they're it's on the
Because-
lagoon, isn't it?
Go see our friend at Pretty Little Beach Resort.
Oh, Brody Olive.
Yeah, go see them.
Go
And
see what
right there on the
Brody's
beach.
doing it. 2-time
Mhm.
Alabama seafood cook-off.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Great.
and I'm drawing a blank to it all of a sudden. Fisher's closed.
Yeah, Fisher's closed.
Cobalt. That's the other one. I was thinking.
Cobalt. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brian's other place. So, just escapes me over. See? I don't work down there that much anymore,
Yeah.
and I don't get to see. And I'll tell you, the Beach Club,
Mm.
the restaurant at the Beach Club, beautiful view,
Beautiful. So
I couldn't read that.
that's good. I
Okay,
know.
good.
I do want to say, David Hubble said, unfortunately, Rouse's does have king cakes out, and apparently it's a bad thing to put them out before the 6th of January.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
but, thank you for that
David.
information.
You know who else we need to thank, right?
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah.
And I
Because
have
it's
to
the
say,
end of the year.
I have to say, you know, I'm moving. I'm not going to be living downtown anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm not just a few blocks away from Bob's downtown diner.
Yeah.
Although that doesn't mean I'm not going to still stop by there.
Yeah.
And because I
3 or
do
4
have to
times
go
a day.
across the bay to work.
Yeah.
And I do work in the downtown area too. So I will certainly still be going by and going to Bob's downtown. And this is at the corner of Fat and Happy.
It is at the corner.
Which is at the corner of well, they're behind Noja, North Jackson and St. Francis Street.
And Noja, another place we'd recommend.
Oh God, how would we forget that?
Yeah.
Oh, Grace. Don't forget Grace.
Yeah, and Grace.
Yeah.
And don't forget Hall's Sausage and Wholesale Meats.
You know,
they got your pork products.
I'm gonna be talking. I'm gonna be
New Year's.
talking about my what I'm gonna fix for New Year's.
Okay.
And it's gonna include Hall's.
Yeah.
Smoked Cajun sausage.
There you go. Eat Hall's, y'all.
I've got it thawing out right now because I buy it in bulk and I just take it out as I need it.
And we were discussing off air where you're probably going to go for your traditional New Year's Day lug food.
Butch Cassie's is going to be serving what, Stu?
I believe Roy said it's a tradition, grilled ham steaks.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be black-eyed peas and collard greens.
There you go.
So you get all your things. It's a Butch Cassidy tradition every New Year's Day.
That's it.
So I will be cooking probably as many ham steaks as I do burgers this time.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question about this whole, I'm not from down here and I do it every year and I know now what it is, but I mean, the difference between black-eyed peas and there's this, apparently it's a resemblance to coin and the collards are money.
It's not black-eyed peas is not the tradition.
Okay.
Peas is the tradition.
Peas.
And grocery stores marketed black-eyed peas. Bill talks about all the time on his show. Black-eyed peas aren't from the South; they're from California. They're not a Southern state. If you've had black-eyed peas grown in the South, it came from somebody's garden because someone sold them black-eyed peas to grow in their garden. It's peas, and my guess it's more the large limas or fava beans, which are around a nickel size. There are even larger jumbo limas that are a quarter size. And it's probably those.
But they're supposed to be for good luck. The black eyed
Yeah,
peas.
yeah. And then the greens are folding money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I forget what
Prosperity,
the
in other words, it's a symbolism of prosperity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can tell you from experience, doesn't work. Have it, don't have it, I'm always broke. Doesn't change a thing. The other tradition was you always have cash in your pocket at midnight on New Year's. That way you'll have it all year long. If you don't, you'll be broke all year long. That doesn't work either. I'm broke all year long.
Is there a certain amount?
I've tried a little, I've tried a lot, I've tried none, a bunch.
That's funny. What is there well, you'll probably talk about it in the next segment, which is pork, what the symbolism and tradition is on that, right? Okay.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it because I'm going to talk about sparkling wines and champagne, and I'm gonna also talk about what I'm going to fix, and it's just all at one time. It's just going to have all of it at the same time.
Yeah, but we want to mention happy birthday, John Gibson.
Absolutely, happy birthday, John.
251-343-0106 at Callahan's Irish Social Club. Call and text line. Happy New Year.
Losing weight without speed to sunflower seed. Drinking lots of carrot juice and soaking over it.
FM Talk 106.5, the Gulf Coast Weather Authority, and Dr. Bill Williams.
The Gulf Coast can expect showers this morning, then clearing this afternoon with temperatures in the lower 70s. Tonight, mostly clear and cooler, with lows in the upper 40s. And for Monday, sunny and pleasant with highs around 70 degrees. Meteorologist Dr. Bill Williams for FM Talk 106.5.
FM Talk 106.5, the Gulf Coast Weather Authority.
before they.
If you've been searching Baldwin County for your next apartment home, Winwood at
Apparently,
Fairhope
it's
might be
like
just what
only
you've been looking
one
for.
of them could do
Winwood
it.
at
It doesn't
Fairhope
even
is
rock the
located
truck.
in beautiful Fairhope.
This
Now,
truck didn't rock, and another guy on the other side of the highway
Each
just
apartment home
stopped.
comes with an in-home
It's
washer
happened
and
to
dryer
fire
for your
crews behind.
convenience. The granite countertops, backsplash,
About 8
and
minutes
updated
to
light
leave.
fixtures are sure to make you feel right at home.
That's
You'll never run out of space.
I've
The
always
pantry
wanted
and
to do
walk-in closets. Experience
have all
peace
the
and relaxation on the
VHS
beautifully
tapes of
landscaped
all the
grounds. Spend
tornado
time outdoors
storm
grilling
picture
and
videos.
enjoying the
I
breeze
still
of
watch
our
them.
newly
Flip
added
the
turbo.
channel.
Bring your
Not
pets
big.
along. That's
Like
why we
the
provide
guy
a
in the
park
big
park
old
and pet waste stations. Our
National
community is
Geographic
located in pristine Fairhope
Weather
and only a
Channel
quick drive away from dining, entertainment,
tank,
and
that
shopping
thing he built.
destinations sure to please. Easy access to public transportation and Highway 98 so you can see all that Fairhope, Mobile, and Gulf Shores have to offer. Winwood at Fairhope. Find out more at winwoodatfairhope.com or call 251-517-7664.
Down in our Alabama town, land got babies on the beat. For just $6.50, it's all the news, keeping local folks in the loop. Oh, that's Saturday, every single morning, catching up on stories while the coffee's pouring. The local troops on every stage, news for the folks of every age.
It's just $6.50 a month for Mobile's daily news. Lanyap Daily. Get signed up now at lanyapmobile.com and help keep Mobile funky.
Down in our Alabama town, land got dailies on the beat. For just $6.50, it's all the news, keeping local folks in the loop. Oh, land got daily every single morning, catching up on stories while the coffee's pouring. Local troops on every page, news for the folks of every age.
This is Ron from Birmingham, previously from the All-Time Rock Show.
The Commissioner of the Southeastern Conference joining us.
We've announced our chairman about joining Oklahoma and Texas into 8 conference games. We're going to eliminate divisional play in 2024. That means the top 2 teams atop our conference standings at the end of that season will be Atlanta.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, weekdays at 2 on FM Talk 106.5.
They are the dynamic duo of dining. Sip and chew with Mike and Stu. Call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Oh,
Happy
Stu's-
New Year, buddy.
Stu's having a fun time with this Pop-Tart bowl. I wonder what flavor Pop-Tart they promote on that show most.
Oh, they had a beauty contest. They have the various flavors get out there.
Oh my God.
And then fans only, it's a gambling site.com, not a dating site, Mike. Don't get excited. They declare
called OnlyFans.
Yeah. Or very popular Tuscaloosa is cousins-only.com.
Yeah. We're not going to go there.
But,
We're going to end the year.
But fansonly.com declared that the best Pop-Tart flavor was the strawberry with no frosting, to which everyone told them to shut down their website.
I'd spread some butter over.
Why would you? We need to discuss that. There is absolutely no reason to put a Pop-Tart in a toaster and toast it if you're not going to put melted butter on it. It's just like toast. It's from the toaster. Butter goes on.
Well, people like them a little warm though.
Yeah, so that the butter melts. That's the only reason to toast them. And there are so many people out there like, I'd never put butter on a Pop-Tart. Then you're doing it wrong.
It makes them softer.
It makes them
the jelly or preserve whatever.
And then you put the butter on there. Like, why would you put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's toast and jam. Do you not put butter, toast, and jam together? And then they're like,
I think you got it backwards. You got a little backwards there.
No.
I like it warmed. And
Yeah,
with the butter.
with butter, but without the butter on it.
I still like
the
it
warm
warm.
is
still
not
like it
worth
warm.
the waiting an extra minute and a half.
And I don't eat Pop-Tarts.
I don't eat Pop-Tarts either.
And I don't watch the Pop-Tart bowl either. I just have
Because
to
you
catch all
hate
those-
America.
Uh,
I don't even know who was in the game.
Meanwhile, in America, New Year's Eve in a few days.
I watched a little bit of it from.
Now I do make a great cheap dessert.
Cheap dessert.
the Pop-Tart PB&J.
With ice cream.
It is, no, don't ruin it.
Can you put it in a toaster?
I would not advise it. But you just use whatever flavor jam you're going to use. You get that flavor Pop-Tart, and then you use the Pop-Tarts as your bread with the butter, peanut butter, and then the jam in it. It is way better than it should be.
Can you put bananas in it? I guess you could.
You could, but I don't know why you
Crunchy peanut butter would be good with fried egg.
No, not the fried egg.
Yeah, man.
No,
That's a condiment.
The beauty is the simplicity.
I guess all this.
Yeah. I every now and then I'll see it. Somebody will order an egg for a burger. You cook that hard. Why are you putting it on there?
Yeah.
The whole point of an egg on a sandwich is that the yolk is runny and gives you the greatest mayonnaise you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I want a burger, but I want a hard cooked egg on there.
I don't get that.
I want to know it's there for the protein, but I don't want to taste it.
I'm trying to get used to my new stove, or the stove that was in the house that we bought, and I still playing with heat because it's a glass top, and I hate glass top. And
it's glass top, not induction, because they're different, right?
That's glass top.
Yeah,
but because it's one big old solid piece of glass.
Yeah. Would you like to know how to blow one of those up? Because I know how.
No, I don't want to learn that. But
easier.
I know you're an expert at it.
Yeah, easier than you would think.
But I put my eggs in the skillet this morning. I thought it was hot, and they weren't. So I turned the heat up some more, and then I'm watching it cook, and then I flip it, and I flip it again. And when I start to eat it, half of my yellow's cooked all the way through, and I'm going, this ain't what I wanted. So
it's got hot spots on it.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So. Mr. Plott says when he was a kid, they used to make peanut butter and apple jelly sandwiches, then throw them in the waffle iron.
Oh, with an egg. Egg and crunchy peanut butter.
It looks like they were going the cheaper route to a Monte Cristo.
Let me tell you what, Stu, you give me an idea.
Uh-oh.
We need to work on. We need to do
You're gonna put a fried egg in a waffle iron.
We need to do a Pop-Tart contest, sandwich contest. We can have a Pop-Tart eating speed eating contest, and then we can come up with original Pop-Tart sandwiches. How about that?
Pop-Tart burger. That's what you want.
Pop-Tart burger.
I know it's going to be on Mike's Pop-Tart burger.
And then
no vegetables. Of course, they're healthy.
And of course, I've been trying to get Chase Yamagata with now it's called Gulf Coast Foodies site to do
Was it South Alabama?
No, it's Gulf Coast, I think.
Okay.
It may be South Alabama.
Why not pull it up while you talk about
No, it's South Alabama. I'm thinking about my barbecue site.
Yeah.
Yeah, South Alabama.
Not everything's about you, Mike.
Why not?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I thought we were going to talk about Mike's New Year's Eve meal.
Anyway,
this is a long segment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I was anxious. I've been
wanting to do a hamburger helper competition, but you have to get hamburger helper off the shelf, but then you soup it up,
as it were.
Just kick it up, add your own ingredients and all that, kick it up.
Deconstruct.
But the base is you have to start out with hamburger helper off the shelf. David,
you know who would sponsor that, don't you?
Who?
Hamburger helper.
They might. Yeah. David Hubble says Merleton Pop-Tarts.
Merleton Pop-Tarts. I'm down with it.
Yeah. David, do you pronounce the R in Merleton?
Merleton. You start to pronounce the N and then you retreat, just like the French do.
Merleton.
Merleton.
Wow.
I'm going to start to say it, and then I'm going to throw my hands up in the air.
So, Stu, let me tell you what. I'm going to, for New Year's, I'm going to take everybody, you get ham and pork and greens and beans or peas.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Hall sausage.
Mm-hmm.
That's my pork.
Yeah. There's your dead pig.
Yeah. Collards and black-eyed peas.
Mm-hmm. I'll allow it.
And I'm gonna make a swamp soup.
Okay. Well, a lot of people make swamp soup for New Year's Day.
I've seen people already doing that. They're posting their pictures on the foodie site.
It ain't New Year's Day yet. What are they thinking?
No, it's always better a day or two later. Let it marinate for 2 days. A day or two.
Marinate.
There you go. There you go. No, you don't pronounce the R. Okay, thank you.
So what is the symbolism?
Oh, so Pop Tarts.
So anyway, what is the symbolism of the black eyed peas or the peas?
Peas are corn, the greens are cabbage.
And they could be either collards or mustard or turnips.
Spinach.
Spinach.
Yeah, you can do spinach if that's what you like.
I do like spinach and eggs.
I'm lost on the pork. What's the
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. I always forget that. Symbolic of progress and prosperity. Except for the pig.
Pork, yeah. Like congressmen go to Washington D.C. to bring pork.
Well, the way I read it here was because the pig snouts forward.
Oh, okay.
You know,
that's a terrible analogy.
Yeah. I thought that was an interesting viewpoint on the pork.
Mr. Plott, you said when I was a kid, we used to make peanut butter and it's blank. Do you see the rest?
That's the one we covered here earlier with throwing it into the waffle.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm behind. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Eat more pork.
Mike's time traveling back 47 seconds.
So Stu?
Yeah.
You have any favorite things you like to do for New Year's or any?
Yeah, not go out.
Not go out.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Not really. I've spent so much of it working that I'll be working New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about football. To me, the traditional New Year's Day food is hot wings and nachos.
Okay. Because it's football.
Right. Right. But, you know, my mother used to do a fresh ham, and we did Studio 10 a couple of years ago, and I took one on a baked fresh ham, not smoked.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would have that ready for the next day for New Year's. And then my dad at midnight would slice some of that and fry it up in a pan and put it on toast with just mayonnaise and mustard. And it was so good. And to get that same feeling now, I eat a Cuban sub because it's like that same sandwich. And then you add, some sliced pork tenderloin and some mustard and some pickles and some Swiss cheese and copious amounts of butter.
I had ham this morning. I put it in the frying pan.
Had a couple of pieces of beef jerky.
Okay. Grapes. You make your own?
Yeah, when I go to Ollie's, they got it on special.
I know. Yeah.
I make myself own it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys heard of grapes? Eating 12 grapes for the month,
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
What is that?
Crazy.
Well, it symbolizes to one per month. You eat 12 grapes and you have your 12.
And you don't have to eat any more fruits and vegetables the rest of the year. You're fine.
You can freeze those and then roll them in Gouda cheese and then put almond shavings on the outside or crushed walnuts.
Ooh.
And then freeze them.
Do you peel the grapes first?
Pomegranate. I'm seeing here pomegranate for.
Yeah, New Year's. Well, it's because it's in season.
Yeah. Where you're from? What's the traditions where you're from?
Don't freeze to death.
Corn alcohol.
He's gonna fit right in.
Corn liquor. No, that's a good question. It just depends. Most of it's roast beef or ham and beans. Dad was always ham and beans. Same kind of thing. That's why I really kind of took to the black eyed peas thing down here because, just to step out, you put the pork and same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of potato salad.
Wow.
Always got to have potato salad. Yeah, got to have potato salad. You got to have the cucumber vinegar onion thing with the cream in it. I don't know what's that's about. I love those. So.
Onion, cucumbers, vinegar. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Be good with some white lump crab meat in it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Some what?
White lump crab.
Crab meat. Oh, it sounded to me like you said just some crab bait in it.
No,
crab bait.
White lump crab meat.
Enunciation is key.
I thought he said something about wine, putting wine in there. I'm thinking, well, that's an interesting mix.
Well, he's talking about putting wine in the
Hey, that's how it works at New Year's.
Yeah.
Mike,
Most people
give
are.
the phone number, man.
251-343-0106.
What does that number do?
Irish. Well, you can call or text us or call us. Just call us.
Call us or
We'd love to
text
hear
us,
from you.
or you can text or call us.
Either way.
Yeah.
Or
You're
think
allowed to
about
do
it.
that. And we want to say thank you to Callahan's this year.
Absolutely.
Happy New Year.
Thank
guys.
Mobile Bay, Magnolia blossom.
Oh, we were way close to the sea.
Had to stretch that one out there.
Yeah.
The brand new FM Talk
Yeah, there's all
106.9
sorts of
on
them down like
iTunes
cigarettes and red lemons.
Stream your favorite live shows. Grab a podcast. Stay local
I
wherever
guess
you
it
are.
has to do
People
with
hearing.
Talk
I guess that's, yeah,
106.9
that's
available
something
now
else.
on
Yeah.
iTunes and Google
Around the
Play.
state area.
Oh, I was just saying,
People, when I was working at the
Come and
pig
be
and
part of the
Foley,
enchantment
when I
of the
first opened in
holidays.
the front of the
Join
wine
us for the
department,
29th annual
people used
Magic
to come
Christmas
there
and
from up, you
Lights
could
at
tell they were from
Bellingraph
up north,
Gardens and Home.
and they lived
Our
in
displays
Michigan or
will take your breath
Wisconsin.
away and
So they
surround
come
you
in
in
there
the
looking
magic
for
of
pickle
Christmas.
hair.
Experience a
There you go.
captivating new scene this year.
So the store got it in for them.
Unforgettable
They
experience.
found a source and got it.
Celebrate the beauty of Christmas and Bellingraph
But I
together.
guess a lot of
Open
it
nightly
depends on
starting
what,
November 29th.
what your
Get your
background, your
tickets today at
history is
bellingraph.org.
that settled
Great
that
selection
area.
of handguns, war guns, accessories, and gear. That's what you'll find at Sabretooth Arms in Mobile, a local
Yeah.
veteran-owned firearms
I've
store
watched
close
a
to
cooking show
downtown, on
Create
Government Street,
the
and online
Scandinavian
at
cooking.
sabretootharms.com.
They're always
One
cooking
same as
outdoors
cash.
in the
Sabretooth
freezing ass
Arms.
cold.
because it's always
Long
Always
before winter weather
foggy and
approaches,
how much
the Alabama
cooking
Department of
pizza they use.
Transportation prepares to maintain interstate
There's
and
a
state
lot of that.
roads that
Oh, the
could be affected
Scandinavian.
by snow and
I was
ice.
thinking of
Yeah, we start training and doing maintenance on snow and ice equipment months in advance to
You
make
don't
sure everything's
throw away
ready
any
for when the freezing weather comes.
most of those
We
are
have
too
crews
big.
working around the clock that are prepared to plow snow and remove trees that have fallen into the
Sound like
roadway.
something Andrew Zimmer would do.
Our mission
He did.
is to keep roadways
Yeah, I
safe
know.
and open.
And the
We try to
permitted
achieve this
shark-
by focusing
yeah.
on interstate routes first and then secondary
permit
roadways
shark
by
up
traffic
there.
volume.
But
If
He
the
told
weather
me it
allows,
just turned
we'll
into
start
a giant-
reshaping the
He
roadways
told
during
me
the day to prepare for the
He
temperature drop
said,
at
I
night.
watched the thing that. you know, the
ALDOT
things
wants to
that
keep the
most
public
discuss
informed
it
during these winter weather
and all. He
events.
did
The
like a
best way to learn about
autobiography
state
on-
road conditions
or
is
a
the
story on
ALGO
his
app
travels.
and through local media.
And he said the
Brought
worst
to you by
thing he ever
ALDOT,
remembers
the
seeing
Alabama
was
Broadcasters
Noah
Association,
that it
and
was,
this
road.
station.
And the ladies were sitting
The
there eating
employees
roll
and
like
hosts of
crazy.
FM Talk
They
106.5
went out
thank
called
you,
the
your
road
listening
road.
family,
And
for
Mark
making
Rowe,
us
and he
Lanyap
tried
Happy
to
Award
eat
winners
it
once
before.
again. You listened
He got
and voted
little
for
belly.
Mobile Mornings as the
That
best
was
morning
vegan.
show and
They-
DJ team.
vegan
Sean
burgers he
Sullivan's Midday Mobile for best talk
Prominent
show. And
California
Plain Living for
vegan
Alabama
chef
and the
Cole
Gulf Coast with
without
those
taking
Bill
the vegan
Finch for
dinner
best
and all
lifestyle
out.
show. Thank you for
Yeah,
taking
vegan
the
burger?
time to vote
Yeah,
and
I
more
think.
importantly, listening
Nasty
to locally
food.
owned Hometown Talk on FM Talk 106.5. For more
Some
than
of
a
this stuff
decade,
is okay
they
to make a
are
good
the
side dish.
dynamic duo of dining.
But,
Mike and Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
Michael,
Hey,
would you like to thank a few people since
would
it's
love
the
to
end of the
thank
year?
Bob's Downtown Diner.
That's a
Former
good
Fat Happy. Good people, good philanthropists. Tony Sawyer is.
Mhm.
They do great. They do a lot of fundraising there. Just a great bunch of people. They've been awesome this past year again, like they have been for a while, since they've been downtown. But and go by there and see their new outdoor dining area.
Oh,
They got planters now for big old flowers this spring. I'm sure it's going to be full of plants. But go by there and see them and tell them we sent you, and they'll probably go, "Who? Mike and Stu, who?" But anyway, we want to thank them. We want to thank Hall Sausage and Wholesale Meats. I'll be making some Hall's swamp soup for New Year's, and then we want to thank Butch Cassidy's over there on Florida Street in the heart of Flochelle. So anyway, I know a lot of you have a tradition of drinking.
drinking.
On the first during this time of year, but finishing up with end of the year, and I like to maybe have a little bubbly to go out, take the new year out,
Or in.
For some of you who really are not big champagne or sparkling wine drinkers, I would recommend something like a Prosecco. Italian version is sweet.
not too sweet, but it's a little sweeter than normal. It's not dry. Or either a cava from Spain.
Love cavas.
Yeah,
Love cavas.
those good. There are a couple of French wines that are not champagne, but they're like a Cremant. I would get a Cremant, and they're a little creamier, like it says, creamy Cremant. They do have a bit of a creamier texture to them. Toad Hollow Vineyards used to make a super nice one. I don't know if it's still out there or not, but it's going to have a frog on the front of the label if you're looking. So I am a dry guy. I like my dry stuff.
And it's humor.
And if it's if you're going to be mixing like mimosas or poinsettia, you want dry. You want a brut or extra dry, sparkling. And I would, since you're mixing it, I wouldn't use anything very expensive. I'd get something like Cook's.
What about Taylor's?
I haven't seen Taylor in forever.
Really?
Yes,
that
comes from upstate New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, God, Taylor, that's an old label. It's been around a long time. But I think it's still out there though. I hadn't seen it, hadn't noticed it. But you hadn't got to spend a whole lot of money on your sparklings. But if you are wanting to do something great to taste with, spumantes like Alabama Al said a while ago, the Martini and Rossi Asti Spumante. I remember when I got in the wine business, they used to sell that, and I had the hardest time trying to say all that at one time. Martini and Rossi Asti Spumante, man.
Yeah, I love that frozen ice cream cake.
Yeah, Banffy makes a wonderful red sparkling that goes phenomenal with chocolate. It's just a marriage of the chocolate and a red.
And on that same vein, like a Rosa Regali.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. And yes, you want to put those together, and dark chocolate on top of that.
Yeah, go real chocolate.
Yeah, real chocolate. And I would also there's so many different ones out there. But if you want something less, you might want to go to a Moscata, something less sparkly. But
or a Lambrusco.
You haven't got to spend
semi-sparkly.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You ain't got to spend a whole lot of money on sparklers, but if you do, get something like the California Moms. Jay makes an incredible California sparkling. I'll tell you what, go to your wine shops, tell them what your budget is, and they'll, especially like Mary up at the Pig on University, she would guide you right. Any of the pigs will. Rouse's used to have people working in the wine department. I don't know if they still got the guy up here on O'Shell Road doing it. Mike.
Drop by Food Pack.
Go buy Food Pack. Go buy Food Pack. Go buy.
Hey, I noticed though that you are tap dancing around the absolute Cadillac of the sparkling wine industry. Cold Duck. Don't go hating on Cold Duck.
I think it's down there on the bottom shelf next to Taylor.
My dad always had Cold Duck growing up, and my favorite ice cream at Baskin Robbins was Cold Duck.
I used to love to watch, and I still do, reruns of Frasier. Somebody brought a bottle of Cold Duck on the show in one of the episodes. That's hilarious. I like that.
I love it. Good
stuff.
What would Fred Fox say about it? Tastes like a cross between champagne and Ripple. Call it Sham Pipple.
Oh my God. So what about you, Stu?
What about it? I just told you I'm drinking Cold Duck.
You probably would.
No,
more likely. I just thought champagne was the deal. It didn't matter what champagne you got.
No, well,
get the one you like. Yeah,
get the one you like. There's something for every budget.
The not Gruet.
Oh, I love Gruet.
Yeah, Gruet is good, but I'm thinking the other one that starts with the G, the New Mexico.
Yeah, that's it.
That is Gruet.
Yeah, yeah, it's made in New Mexico, folks.
And it's phenomenal.
New Mexico is just like the Mendoza region of Argentina. You got the big mountains, and then you get those warm, hot days and those cold nights. Yeah, perfect for Champagne. It's dry.
Yes,
and
desert.
perfect. Yeah, and
the whole state's a desert.
Yeah,
and I think the state of New Mexico exists just so those of us in the South will feel better about ourselves. Whenever you watch the 10 worst states in America, it's always the South, the South, the South, the South. And at number 50, New Mexico is like, hey, at least we're better than y'all.
They make better sparkling.
Yeah.
So
some folks celebrate with vodka, right?
Well, yeah.
Is there a cranberries and that kind of thing? I've heard of that.
Oh, well, yeah, a cocktail, I'm sure.
Yeah, like a cranberry
there's
vodka.
And that's a big thing now is cocktails and mocktails.
Right.
So if you're out at a nice, one of the nice places we were talking about dinner earlier, you might want to go with a nice cocktail with your dinner. And that's where you would bring in the cranberry or the pomegranate.
Right.
Some of these seasonal things. The cranberry is in the poinsettia, which is
mule. I had a New Year's Eve with one of those. Yeah, it's got a kick. There's a reason why they call it.
Deborah Hodges just reminded me that, the Riverview, you got Fathoms there at the Riverview. Wonderful chef, great chef, and he's a big fan of Hall Sausage and Meats, wholesale meats. He uses their product a good bit.
And the Battle House
and the trellis room at the Battle House. Yeah. You can after you eat dinner and go out on the street, you can
stay there.
You can stay there and go up to your room.
Yeah, so you can get a slobber knocked at dinner as you want to. You're ride for passing out. You ain't got to worry about getting on the road.
Thanks for reminding me of that. So, well, God, folks, we're just about done with the show.
Got to wrap up the year here.
Done with the year, and we'll have another one coming up. So
a whole other year.
All of it. Yeah, all of it.
I'd say this 366 days this year was ridiculous. Let's pull things back to 365 next
There you
year.
go. Yeah, that's a good idea. Pull for the SEC, folks.
We need it.
We need it. We're looking bad.
Not as bad as the ACC, though. 1-9.
All right, folks. Get out there, support local. Be love. Be safe. And don't drink and drive. There's plenty of Ubers. You got Mike, the pedicab guy downtown.
You got Mike Bailey. He'll let you hop in the bed of the truck.
I'll haul you around.
But be very patient this week.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's such a weird week for restaurants. You're either blown away or you're dead. Yeah.
All right.
So keep them in mind.
But let's see what else.
Okay, we did servers, we did tipping. I guess the only thing left is provolone.
You wanna see, including the brand new Dolphin Island Beach, Mobile, Alabama, Mobile.